Hi, welcome to my channel. So today I'll be teaching you how to draft a trouser. And before that, you need a measurement, which will be your waist measurement, your hip measurement, your crotch, your side seam, and then your bottom wall, which is the bar, which is the hem of the trouser. So you will divide all of them into the parts you would want to use. So first of all, we will divide the hip measurement by 2. My hip is 40, so the hip measurement by 2 to giving me 20. So we are using the 20 as our scale for the draft. Now what you have to do is that you will first rule a seam line, which is the center line. So that is my seam line, and then so you measure the seam line, which is, if your seam line is, let's say, 40, you deduct 1 out of the 40, so it will be 39. The 1 is the waistband. So the waistband is not actually 1, but we are deducting 1 to leave allowance to the trouser. So when you are sewing, you just sew the allowance, which is the sewing allowance, to that, to make the trouser up to your normal length. So I am using this paper as my length. So from here to there is 40. So exactly like I said, that is the 40. I wouldn't want to start exactly at where the tape is, so let's reduce the measurement to be able to work on the back. So I'm starting from here, which is like 2 inches away from the tip of the brown paper. So 2 inches away will be like that. Now what I will do is that from that 2 inches away, that is where I'm going to start. So now we are using the brown paper as the trouser length. It will be 37.5 as the main length. Now what we will do is that we find the crotch measurement. Sometimes you would have to measure. Sometimes you would have to, find it by dividing your hip measurement into 4. So let's assume your hip measurement is 40. You divide it into 4, then you get your crotch line, which will give you 10. So you divide your hip measurement or seat measurement into 4, then you get 10. So now we measure the 10 from here. Then you square out. So this is your crotch line. Now to get your knee line, we would have to get a knee line. To get the knee line, you need to divide from here to here into 2. Then you deduct 2 inches from it. So from here to the last end is 26.5. So 26 is 13, and 0.5 is 12. 13 and quarter. So 13 and quarter will come to 11 and quarter, meaning we've deducted 2 inches from it. So the reason for this deduction is that from your knee downwards is always longer than your thigh. So this is from the knee to the thigh, and then from the knee to the foot. Quarter. Then we square out. So now we have the waistline, the crotch line, or let's say the hip, and then this is the knee line, and then the bar line. Okay, so what we will do is that we will start with our division. Let's do some indications here, which is here is 0, here is 1, here is 2, because we got this before that, and then here is number 3. Now, what you will be doing is that from 0 to 1 is your hip divided by 4. That is your crotch. Most of the time, some of the guys are having a flat butt, so when you measure the hip and then you divide it into 4, you might get it wrong. And so most times you let them sit down, then you take the crotch measurement. Okay, so the 2 from 0 is the length, and then the 3 from 1 is the 3 is 1 and 2 divided by 2 minus 2. Then you get the 3. So before that, we divided the hip to get the scale. The scale is you dividing the biggest part of the body. Like if you are working on a trouser, the biggest part of the body you've measured for the trouser. So with that, you take the hip as something that you divide to get your scale. If you are working on a bodice too, you take the chest measurement or maybe the bust measurement as your, and you divide it to get your scale. So this one we divided the hip, and then I got 20. So the hip was 40 divided by 2 is 20. So the 20 is the scale. Now from 1 to 4, you divide your scale by 3. So the scale is 20. 20 divided by 3 will give you 6.6. So 6.6 on this is always something. So we would use the 3/4, the 1/8 as the 0.6. So from 1 to 4. So let's measure to this side. 1 to 4 is 6.6. So this is 6.6. Now we indicate here number 4. That is number 4. And number 5. Number 5 is also to that side. Number 5 is the same 6.6 minus 2 inches. So we first indicate our 6.6 minus 2 cm. Sorry. So then we reduce it to 2 cm like this, and then this is our 5. Please forgive me, the writings are coming this way because I am standing this way, so let's forgive me for that. So that is the 5. From 1 to 4 is 1/3 scale, which is this divided by 3, and then from 1 to 5 is the same measurement from 1 to 4 but minus 2 cm. Then 6 from 1, which 6 also go closer to where the 5 is. So 6 from 1 is 1/3 scale. It's 1/6 scale. 1/6 scale, meaning you need to divide the 20 by 4, which we all know. It's 5. So what I'll do is I'll measure 5. Oh, sorry, it is 1/6 scale. So we divide this one by 6. So 20 by 6 will give us 3.3. So 3.3 will also go like after the 3.25. So 3.3 like that. Now we measure the 3.3 here. So this is number 6. And we measure the 3.3 here. Then we indicate here number 7. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to connect from 6 to 7. This is the underfly line. That is where we are going to get the fly measurement. So from 6 to 6A, which is also coming from here, from 6 to 6A is 7. Then you mark your zipper length. So the normal zip for the trouser is always 8 inches. So the 8 inches, you can choose to mark it like 7, 7.5, or any of it that you think you can full. So me, I'm taking the 7. So 7, then you move out from the 7 like this 1 cm, and you connect, you make a line like this. So this is 6A, and then this is 6B, which is the 1 cm line is the 6B. Then you connect you connect from 6B to 5. So from here you connect it with your curve, very nice, like that. That is the underfly, the fly curve. Yeah, this is the fly curve. So if you don't want to cut and join, you can just choose to create the fly from there. Then you are good to go. Now let's move to the next one, which is point 8 and then 9. 8 and 9 is down here. So what we will do is that this is your bottom, or your bar, which is the hem of the trouser. More times it's always 14, 15, thereabouts, depending on your size. So my own is 14. So 14 divided by 4 will give me 3.5. So I'll measure 3.5 to this side, and then 3.5 to this side. This is 8 and this is 9. So this is how it's gonna be. 3.5 here, 3.5 there. That is 8 and 9. Okay. Now, if you have a knee measurement, you can measure the knee measurement and then divide it by 4. You can divide your knee measurement by 4, and then you indicate, then you join them. If you don't have a knee measurement too, you can just connect 5 to 9, and then from 4 to 8. So I have a knee measurement which is 17. So I'll divide 17 by 4 to give me 4.25. So 17 by 4 will give me 4.25. Then I'll measure 4.25 here and then 4.25 there. So now I'm connecting the 5 to this one, and then from that to the 9. Like that. And I'll connect 8 to the knee, and then from there to the 4. So this is how it will be. Now let's work on the waist. The waist, we will divide the waist measurement by 4. I have 32 as my waist measurement, so I will divide that by 4, and then 32 will give me 8. So I'll measure from the 7 backwards like this, 8, then I'll add half. So I added ½ inch. You can also add 1 cm because it's 1 cm that I also have, so I added ½ inch. So now I'll connect this. So here is number 10. So I'll connect 10 to 4. 10 to 4 like that to create my waist measurement. So this is the trouser. This is the waist, the crotch, the knee, and then the hem. So if you don't understand anything, kindly leave a comment on the comment section, then I will surely reply you. Thank you. So let's continue with the back. In trousers, we don't normally add allowances, so we always add the allowance to the back. Now this is how it's going to be. The allowance will be added, so mostly we add 2 inches to the knee line and then to the hem line, and then you measure from 1 to 6, which is 3.3, the same 3.3 will be from 1 to, from 1 to 5, we measured 1/6 scale. Okay, 5 from 1 was 1/3 scale, less width of 2 cm. So 1/3 scale was 6.1. So we reduced it by 2 cm. So now the 2 cm will be added to the back. So the back is also 1. It's 1/6 scale plus 2 cm. That is from 5. So the 2 cm is added to the back. Yeah. So 1/6 scale will still be 20 divided by 6 to give us 3.3. Yeah. So from 5 we measure 3.3. 3.3. Then we add 2 cm. So it will be here. Then we would have to reduce the back by 1 cm or maybe half. So let's use half. So you reduce the back ½ inch. Like that. Then this measurement, which is the 1/6 scale plus 2 cm, will move to that. This is how it's going to be. So you now join this point to this. You join this to that. So that is the back. So the back now starts from here to the 4. So you can put numbers there to just remind yourself. So here will be 11, 12, and then here will be 13. So let's continue. Now, so here is 13. Yeah. So now we are on the upper side, which is the waist side. Now what you will do is that you measure the division you did here, which is 8.5. You raise it up like that for about 3 cm. Then you mark. So that is 3 cm. So you indicate the 3 cm, then you put a line from 10 to 15. So the line can go as long as you want. Now, to get the 15 measurements, you need to measure this, which is the 8.5. Then you add 6 cm, which is, so this is the 15. The 15 from 10 is, you measure 10 to 7, then you add 2.5 inches. Then you raise this one, that is 3 cm, up from 7, then you make your line. Now, what you do, that 2.5 cm you added is for allowance, which is seam allowance, and then you would have this one to in that, and then everything in there. So from there, you can connect this one with a straight line like this. So you connect it with a straight line like this to where 6B is. Then you connect this one with a curve to that. So this is how the back is going to be. Now we are done with the trouser. So from here you can add your seam, your hem allowance, which is 2 inches to this, because there is no brown paper. That's why I didn't add it. So in case you don't understand anything, kindly leave a comment at the comment section. If this is your first time, kindly subscribe for more. If you find this video interesting, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon, and then so that every notification you will be the first person to receive it. Thank you very much. So I will be doing a video, then I'll show you how to indicate your pockets and everything in. Thank you very much. See you next time.